Speaking of that, we're gonna talk about will lifting weights make me bulky? All right, I made a little sketch, Matt.
Oh, I love it.
Y'all know I like to
Devin
doodle.
can draw.
I like to doodle. This is just a quickie. Don't build me up.
Hey,
This is
that's
just a quick one.
That's pretty.
This is just a quick one. All right, so what I'm gonna talk to you guys about is progression. All right, you say, will lifting weights make me bulky? The answer is yes, if you focus on that, okay? Not all weightlifting is made equal, and that's what you see in these 5 stages of progression right here. Now, before I get into this, I want to tell you that this comes from NASM, National Academy of Sports Medicine, where Matt and I both hold our certifications. And this is the OPT model, the Optimal Performance Training Model. All right. So shout out to NASM. I hope I do you guys justice by covering this. And I wanted to just review this so everybody that's a non-technical trainer, right? This trainer talk is for you. It's trainers talking to you as someone who is looking to acquire and accumulate the knowledge. So this is like the center of all of our personal training certifications that we hold is this model. And this is really how we progress, progress you at Burn Bootcamp. And so let me just give you a quick overview of what these levels are. So you can probably guesstimate what they mean just by the definition or by the name. So stabilization endurance. Okay, stabilization endurance. What we're trying to do here is and this is all weightlifting progression, right? So what we're trying to do here is make sure that you have stability in your joints so that we can load those joints up in the future. You get a lot of people sometimes have what's called bad proprioception, and proprioception is essentially how your body looks and moves and feels in space, okay? And some people, as you might see, have bad proprioception. You might notice this anywhere you see people exercising. It's pretty common where they just don't know kind of where to put their body, how to maintain control and posture. So we want to stabilize you. So if you're a brand new member and you come into Burn Bootcamp, the first thing you're going to do is not get, thrown a bunch of weights, all right? And we're going to talk them through this, Matt, using your quad exercise here in a minute. All right, but the second layer is strength endurance. This is where you start to load those repetitions up a little bit, or load that weight up a little bit, and you can maybe even mix in some supersets in here. When you have a strength endurance, that's one of the common characteristics of that second level is you are using supersets, to hit the muscle in different ways, okay? So the next level after that, the third level is muscular development, AKA, for those of you fitness nerds out there, hypertrophy.
I used to say it like that.
We can't never say that word the right way when we first get started in the industry, but it's hypertrophy for all of my professionals out there as well. All right, that is maximum muscular size, okay? So you're talking now 8 to 12 reps. Some books will say up to 15 reps, but let's keep it NASM for now, and we'll say 8 to 12 reps. And what we really want to do here is reach that complete failure. It's like you're fully stable. You've hit the muscle from alternate points of movement, and then now you're going to load it up. All right, you're going to load it up, and you're going to go to failure, and this is really where you start to get that maximum muscular gain. Now, if you're somebody who is rail thin right now, you want hypertrophy. You want that maximum muscular gain because it's going to take you years. You're not going to get bulky overnight, Matt.
Say that again, please. People don't understand that.
Me
Me and Devin have literally been lifting weights for 20 years, and it takes that long for muscles to build. So the whole notion of you getting bulky within a month, 2 months, 3 months is not going to happen.
If you wake up bulky, come into a Burn Bootcamp, or even if you don't, you just take our advice. If you wake up bulky the next day, you can fire us. You don't have to listen to us anymore. Just kick us. You're not going to wake up looking like, the She-Hulk the next day, okay? It's going to take you time. So most of us want that hypertrophy. We want that growth. That's what's going to stimulate the muscle tissue growth, and it's going to stimulate protein synthesis, and it's going to help you create a musculature that can hold posture for longer. All right. Not only that, it's going to increase your basal metabolic rate because you're going to have more muscle. That just means the calories you burn at rest. All right. Now, last one. This is where second to last one, maximum strength. This one right here is where we spend very little time at Burn. We spend very little time at this one here, at this max strength step, although this is like 1 to 5 repetitions. This is, you see a lot of bodybuilders, okay? A lot of bodybuilders are going to go a lot of power lifters, a lot of bodybuilders. If your physique too will be in this muscular development hypertrophy for the most part, but they will go into that 1 to 5 rep max in certain cycles of their periods.
Yep. One thing here that Devin just said that we don't spend a lot of time at this max strength because it's 1 to 5 reps. Also, is the rest periods here are like 3 minutes. And we don't have a lot of time at Burn Boot Camp for rest for 3 minutes, 1 to 5 reps. So that's another reason why we don't spend too much time at this 4th step of the OPT model.
All right, and so the last step is the power model. And this is a lot of times people think that like the max rep strength training, that's what's going to, be the kind of, that's like the top of it, right? 1 rep max is what people call it, ORM, 1 rep max. Well, what you want to do in this next layer is, again, going back to really the superset mentality from strength and endurance. You're going to start to take those heavy muscular development or max strength movements. Remember, this is 8 to 12 repetitions, 1 to 5 repetitions per se. And then you're going to superset some power, all right? That means light load, high repetition, 10, 15, 20 repetition in a superset fashion right after, okay? And there actually is another layer. It used to be here in this model, but it's performance specific training. Now, this is where you really start to talk about, hey, if I'm a golfer, how am I progressing myself through this? If I am a football player, am I a linebacker? If I'm a volleyball player, if I'm a hitter, or if I'm a setter, you go into sports specific and performance specific training. And so back to the question, will lifting weights make you bulky? Yes, it absolutely will. If all you do all the time is stay right here for 20 plus years, you're gonna get bulky outside of any natural or in natural substances, all right? Let's call a square, spade a spade. The reason you see women get bulky is because they use a lot of steroids really fast.
Yes.
And you're not going to do that to your body because it's harmful, and we're never gonna recommend that, obviously. But it's the combination of that, all right, which doesn't discount hard work and eating right? Hard work and eating right. And max strength training will create some bulk that you don't want, and I don't want you. So we're going after the lean, athletic lifestyle look, right? To where we build muscle, but we also, make sure that we keep athletic. So that's why Burn Boot Camp has 3 45-minute workouts. There are 3 strength days, 3 conditioning days. We want to stay focused on performance and being able to functionally move, right?
Yep.
What do you think of my little drawing here?
I wish I could draw that well. I got great handwriting. Devin tells me if you have good handwriting, you could be a good drawer, but I guess I just need to
tell him it's just a series of lines. You just have to have a series of lines, and if you can write,
why can't everybody be Picasso? Let's go.
And then the last thing I'll say about this, you guys, is you can see there's really one stabilization phase. So a lot of new members, I'm gonna green light this one. A lot of these new members, okay, y'all are gonna be right there. So if you're talking about like, hey, I don't wanna go to the gym to some weightlifting program and just be thrown into the wolves, well, you're gonna start in stabilization endurance, the stabilization phase, and you're gonna stay in that until your trainers, that Matt and I, we train everyone to make sure that they are being able to recognize your RPE, your rate of perceived exertion, be able to kind of walk you into it. We don't want you to try to reach your goals all in one day, all right?